Hello everyone and welcome to MHS Sports on MHTV. I'm Jess Burton and today we're at Staff Sergeant Christopher Piper Field on the campus of Marblehead High School as the Magicians boys soccer team takes on the Masconomet Chieftains. We'd like to thank National Grand Bank for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV, and be sure to stay tuned to the end of the broadcast when we announce the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. We should have a really good game for you this afternoon between the Magicians and the Chieftains. These two teams have already played each other this year. For the Magicians, it was their second game of the season. For Masco, it was their opener. It was a 2-1 win by the Chieftains. It was on September 4th. The Chieftains have gone on to continue to win. They are 7-1 overall. Their loss coming in a recent game, 2 games ago for them against Salem, a 1-0 loss. For the Magicians, they've had a winning season as well. They hope to continue the momentum as of late, but also get back in the win column as they tied their most recent game. They are 5-2-1 overall, and their last win came 2 games ago against Saugus, a 3-0 win. Rory Zampies will be in net for the Magicians. As usual, a senior captain, one of the 4 captains on the team. And in net for Masco today is number 0, Gabriel Russo. Rory also sports number 0. Masco will have first touch, 2 40-minute halves. We're about ready to go. We'll see if the Magicians are up for the challenge of the Chieftains that they'll certainly bring today. And we are underway. A long ball right off the bat for the Chieftains, played by the Magicians' defense. They really pride themselves on their defense, as they've only allowed 7 goals through the 8 games this season. They have 15 goals for themselves. And the Chieftains, they do a lot of scoring as well. They have 26 goals scored in the season to 9 allowed. Here's a chance for the Magicians right away. They put pressure on the defense. Fontella Tuttle trying to slide that pass through to Megan. It's popped up in the air, and we have an injured Chieftain right away. So the clock stops. And we're only 43 seconds into the contest. Can't tell right this second who it is. Looked like a 2 on the jersey. He's grabbing at his left knee. And that is the Masco coach out there right now as we're waiting on a trainer. New Magicians Athletic Director Kent Wheeler will head out to check on the injured Chieftain. And it's actually, number 10. And he's back to his feet. That's good to see. It's Gabe Franciosa. He's one of the 3 captains on the team. He'll walk off a little gimpy, but it looks like he'll be able to get back in the game at some point. So it should be a drop for the Magicians. This would be Quentin Fletcher to start it. Quentin, another senior captain, he and Rory, and Colin White as well. I think I said 4 at the top of the broadcast. It's 3 of them. Kick past midfield, it'll roll out of bounds. May going to watch that one tail away as well. Masco throw in. Long ball played by Laughlin for the Magicians. That's going to be another Masco throw-in. That works out for them as they move down into more attacking position. Good steal by McDonald. Up to Megan. Looking for Fontella Tuttle. And it's kicked out. Last touched by Miles Fontella Tuttle. He's the leading goal scorer for the team. He has 4. Alon Drucker right behind him with 3. Elon had 1 going into the last game, and he scored both goals against Danvers. It was a 2-2 tie. Magicians have had guys score multiple goals in back-to-back games, with Drucker's 2 against Danvers. Prior to that, Kyle Hart scored twice in the 3-0 win over Saugus. They love to have somebody score twice today. They're hoping they can just score twice as a team against this tough Masco defense. There's a long kick up ahead. The defender shields off Megan. This is Jared Halpern. Sends a long pass across the bright M in the center of the field on the brand new turf here at Piper Field. Masco plays it back to the goalie Russo. Headed, and it drops at the feet of Fletcher. Megan a little too far out in front of Halpern. Ends up with Laughlin, who flips it back Megan's way, but it's headed by Masco. It ends up finding Megan off his thigh. His pass is blocked. McDonald with possession. His pass headed back his way. And Masco regained control for a moment on the sideline. That's Colin White, the third of the 3 captains, making his first play of the game. He put it back past midfield, and it's kicked out on the far side by McDonald. Laughlin with a 2-hand push sends Enzo Teta to the ground, so a free kick and a good spot for the Chieftains. Rounding down on 5 minutes played, and the Chieftains with a scoring chance here. Jack Fiedler. Fiedler, one of the best in the conference, lets it rip, and he scores. Top corner, Zampi's completely stretched out, never had a chance, perfectly placed ball, and it's 1-0 Masco. So that little light push by Laughlin cost the Magicians. I remember Fiedler from previous years in different broadcasts and how good he is. And he shows it off there in the opening minutes. Just 5 minutes into the ball game, Magicians already down. They will need some magic today, as it looks like Masco's brought their A game once again. The 7-1 Chieftains off to a good start. Here's Megan trying to get it back, racing upfield, sends it middle. And it's behind Halpern and Fontella Tuttle. Right idea. Just behind his targets. This will chase Drucker all the way to the corner. He spins it through the box. Megan, Fontella Tuttle out in front. He scores! The Magicians get it right back on Fontella Tuttle's 5th of the season, and it's 1-1. Excellent ball by Drucker from the corner to start it. Megan raced it down, sent it middle. Fontella Tuttle had a little trouble at first getting the shot away, but then still able to get it by Russo to tie this up. That's got to feel good to get that goal right back, especially in live play when Masco's was on the free kick. It shows that the Magicians can run with Masco when the action's actually flowing, and they can be better. McDonald with space to work with. Stops. Liked his positioning. Finds Megan. McDonald cutting through. He flips it middle. It's loose and it's by Drucker. Picked off by Fiedler. McDonald got a foot on it. Masco able to take it back. It's a long ball past the defense. Rory will come out for it. It's Megan's first assist on the season. If Drucker gets one for that secondary assist, which he should, he has 5 on the season. That would give him 6. And Fontella Tuttle, again, his team-leading 5th goal. This is pushed towards Zampese. Makes the easy play. Long throw, headed by Halpern. Great toss. Drucker somehow gets that off the sideline and into good position. Miles was running after it, but it's Russo to play it. Long kick. Headed by White and Fletcher. Little captain-to-captain action. But taken back by one of Masco's, and Fiedler sent back a long way to Russo as they flip the field. Line drive pass, a little too hot to handle. Hot potato on the far sideline. McDonald finally controls. Up ahead to Fontella Tuttle. He's not going to get there. We've played 10 minutes. It's 1-1. Exciting start between two of the best in the NEC. They'll play through that contact. Oh, good pass. Halpern. He sends it a few bounces too far for Fontella Tuttle. They're looking for Miles on the run. That's line drive. Megan sticks his head out there. Has some extra hair to help him get to that one. Now he dribbles towards the middle of the field. He was looking for Drucker running beyond the far post. Ended up off a body in the middle. Goes all the way down to Rory on the other end. Hits his target. It's Luke Miller, number 10. Tough defense around Miller. Pressured not by the defense, but by the Masco offense doing defending. Long throw in, gets to Zampies. Rory patient on these last couple. Picks his spot. It's Fontella Tuttle. Goalie to goalie with one touch in between. This might be the same thing. Laughlin plays it back towards midfield. Masco sends it back into their attacking zone quickly, but McDonald doing a nice job in the middle of the field, settling things down when the ball finds him. Oh, White caught his cleat in the turf. Nice move by Laughlin. Left the defender behind him, but he passed it right to Masco. That'll bounce out of bounds, and it's going to be a Chieftains throw-in. Zampese does some directing, calling out some markers from behind the defense. That one gets into the box, and on a hop, he grabs it. Gets it out of there quickly. Up to Fontella Tuttle, trying to start a quick break. Miles' pass was a bit behind Megan. Masco able to run it down. Oh, Megan was looking to split those defenders. And Fontella Tuttle was on the near side of the other defender that was back there. He would have had a really nice opportunity lined up. Masco on the move. McDonald defending. Battling hard all the way to the end line. And he kicks it out. A little bit of hand fighting between the two of them. It's McDonald and Tennant Bryson for Masco. Great job by McDonald to keep that at a throw-in and not a corner kick. They sort of make a corner kick out of it, send it right into the center of the box. The shot was blocked. Magicians' defense swarming the ball. Frantically trying to get it out of there. Fiedler launches, and it's over everything. He was trying to hit that same spot he did on the free kick. Not as easy when the ball's on the move. And he jumps in for that. Drucker unable to keep it in. Goldwater makes that play. That bounces off Drucker too. It's off the head of Miller. Back to the thrower. This is Bryson. He turns and finds some space and he sends it through everybody, right to Zampies. It's tough to find a lane that clean out there with all those bodies around, but he did. It's not what he wanted, though. The defender gets up on the back of Fontella Tuttle to head the goal kick, or the kick from Zampies, and not necessarily a goal kick. It's going to be a Magician's throw-in. They kick it around to Laughlin, sends it near side to White. White gets it off his foot as the defender was closing. That's a one-hopper, wide, short side of the net, picked up by Russo. That one's curling towards the sideline. It'll go out of bounds. Nice try by Olsen to save it. That was not a good kick. White looking for a good throw here. The captain launches it towards Megan, but played by Masco. Oh, Megan gets dumped down twice. Second one looked like it could have been a foul. Looked like Colleran sort of shoved him with the forearm. Oh, and Fletcher crushes Olsen into the table. Talk about could have been a foul. An aggressive play by Fletcher. Empty tackle. Miller finds Halpern. Megan into the corner. And it's over the crossbar onto the top of the net, and it rolls down the back. Not enough curve back into play from Megan. Megan, a sophomore, number 3. Got a lot of run last year as a freshman. He's had a good start to his sophomore season. Already with an assist today to go along with 2 goals scored on the year. He scored in their opener against Andover and against Peabody. Both shutout wins. 2-0 shutout win over Andover was a nice way to start the season for the Magicians. Here's a quick restart by the Chieftains. I believe that was a shot, or an attempted one, by Charles Olsen, 11. The Olsen that was hit into the table moments ago was Jacob Olsen, wearing number 7. This is McDonald, up to Megan, and he scores! It's always nice when it works out like that, when you're just singing his praises, and he finds an open shooting lane, buries it by the near post for his 3rd goal of the season, and he gives the Magicians a 2-1 lead. This is Boubacar Jallo. He's on the attack right away. Can't get a shot off. This is across the box to Megan. He spins it off his foot. Wish he had that one back. He was looking for back-to-back in under a minute. It came off his foot wrong. The Magicians are feeling themselves right now. Up 2-1 on the first place Chieftains. Here's Olsen, and he's chased down by Colin White. White kicks it out. It'll be a corner kick. First corner of the afternoon for either side. Line drive ball off a couple of bodies. It comes back to Fiedler. And that's over everything. Back-to-back times he's done that. He might need some help today. He's got the first goal, but nobody else has really had an attempt besides him for Masco. They look a little out of sorts, looking to the sideline to their coach for some help. The coach is Jared Scarpacci. Magicians head coach Elmer Magana. Elmer and Jared are good friends off the field. So they have a little coaching rivalry within the one that has been sort of taking form between these two teams over the last few years. That's out of reach of Megan along the sideline, so it'll be a Masco throw-in. They bring number 15, Quinn Lodwick, into the game. The Magicians check Dylan Gilmore in. Gilmore gets a foot on it right away. But Masco with control. That pass bounces back to Fanton. This is a cross. Good spacing. Not sure if that was a shot or a pass from number 15. And we have another Chieftain down. Looks like it's Bryson. Well, the same spot the first guy got hurt, but on the other side of the field. Looks like Bryson will most likely be okay. Got hit in a very sensitive area. There'll be a drop for Masco just beyond midfield on their attacking side. 17 minutes and 20 seconds left in the half. The Magicians lead it 2-1. Back-to-back goals after Masco opened the game with a goal about 5 minutes in. A huge answer by the Magicians after that opening goal. We were wondering if the Magicians would be up for the challenge today against the 7-1 Chieftains. They certainly are. Let's see if they can hold on. A lot of soccer left. They are quick to the ball today. It's Jallo doing a nice job pressuring. That stays in bounds, and it bounces to Jallo. He's undercut by Olsen. Masco has it back, and that is way too far out in front of the intended target there on the far sideline. It'll be a Magicians throw-in. A couple subs first. Trenton Bryson back in there for Masco, shaking off the injury. And Steph Shepard in for the Magicians. Fiedler looks around. Hard pass, a little too hard. Kept in on the sideline. Headed forward. Here's Olsen on the back of Laughlin, and Laughlin strong-footed, able to keep it, but his pass, a long one, is taken away. For the Magicians, they have to come up on the ball on those long passes. White using his body, boxing out. Megan with it. He gets trucked on the sideline by Olsen. Olsen's going to get a talking to, but no card. Good play. Wins possession back. And that was number 24, Fanton. He was tripped up. Here's Shep. That'll get out of bounds. Too far ahead of Drucker. Those two can really fly on the front line. It's a lot of speed up there with Megan, too. And Shepard always lurking on that around that back line. Masco's got to be careful. A lot of space for Masco. Midfielder has to come back across and then kicks it away. Masco continues to seem a little out of sorts after giving up that second goal. They've only allowed 2 goals twice. Actually, just once this season, and they still won. That was against Danvers. The only other time was in their second scrimmage of the fall against North Andover. That also 3-2 win. It's run down by Cantor. In the middle to Olsen. And kicked out by Miller. A goal-saving play by Miller. They'll set up the second corner of the day for Masco. That is a sizzling line drive that Zampese punches out. It goes a long way, shows how much speed the ball had on it. Megan showing off his speed, gets back to it, puts it on net, and a fingertip grab by Russo. I thought he got enough on that to get it over Russo's head and in. Good save by the Masco goalie. Keeps this game a 1-goal difference. Not a lot of space at all for Megan to get that off, too. Heck of a job. This is Max Dressel, number 15, in the corner. Masco kicks it out of there. 10 minutes left in the half. Magicians lead by a goal, looking for more. Shep lets that one go through, thinking Dressel was behind him, which he was, but there was a Masco player in between them. Shepard might have had a shot if he had stopped the ball. Another long kick from Russo. Fiedler over to Lodwick. And there's a big push by Miller right on the end line. And now Miller's getting held. But he shoved down Cantor. And I'm very surprised there was no whistle. But the Magicians on the move. Back upfield. Shep finds Megan. Megan looking for Dressel. And the defense cuts that off. That'll bring 2 new players into the game for the home team. It'll be McDonald and Volkov. Megan gets a nice applause as he comes off, joined by Dylan Gilmore. Megan and Fontella Tuttle share a hug on the sideline, the 2 goal scorers today. Fontella Tuttle, the leading scorer on the team. Megan now tied for second with Drucker with 3 goals each behind Fontella Tuttle's 5. Jared Halpern, Kyle Hart also have a pair. Mitchell Goldwater has a goal. And that does it for scorers this season. Again, 15 goals scored for the Magicians. 7 goals against through 8 games, not including today's. Seven minutes left in the half. Drucker and Fontella Tuttle set to check back in. Shep tried to flip it around the right side of the Masco player and spin back the other way and go get it. Masco player wasn't fooled. Here's Fiedler right at midfield. Nice little slip pass. We're looking for another one for Olsen. But Olsen and Cantor not on the same page. Olsen a little stuck in the mud, not wanting to be offside. Zampe's pass goes right back to the Chieftains. Laughlin steps in on it. Continues to show off the strength of his legs and his feet. Winning 50-50 balls a number of times already this afternoon. Laughlin is a strong junior defender. Magicians really packing it in defensively. Everybody basically back there except for Shepard. That's Kelly who boxes out the attacker and sets up a goal kick. The Magicians bring the scoring threats of Drucker and Fontella Tuttle back in for the final 5 minutes of the half. Kelly delivers a hip check to Cantor, and that'll set up a free kick. And remember what they did with their other one. They buried it. This is deeper, but still within reach. Fiedler and his teammates bouncing around, trying to find space to run. He flips it towards him, headed, and out of bounds. Cantor, the diving header, takes him to the turf. And a different result this time on the free kick for Masco. Magicians happy about that. 3:50 left. Drucker grabbed from behind. They play on. Fanton doing the holding. Laughlin disrupts that. There's a chance for Masco. Past the post. Bryson with the attempt. That had a ton of speed on it. Had it been on target, Zampe's never would have had a shot at it. Masco shoots quick and hard. Zampe's got to be on his toes. Fontella Tuttle trying to get to that. It's cleared out, but down past the goal line by Masco. So it'll be a corner kick here late in the half for the Magicians. It's their first of the game. It's Yuri Volkov to take it. Great placement. And it's saved. A perfect ball. Luke Miller rising up for it, but right into the hands of Russo, who read it the whole way. Don't get many clean headers like that. Miller basically unguarded. Magicians have just missed goal number 3 a couple times. Well, they missed first one. That one saved. Megan had a chance right after he scored. Masco looking to tie it here. The clock is stopped under 2 minutes. It's Olsen plays it back. Fiedler has it poked away by Kelly. They get it back to him. Kelly on it again. Fontella Tuttle, looks like he got stepped on or turned the ankle. He's back on his feet. Fletcher has it poked away. Olsen tackled down. Clean swipe by White. And a whistle against Masco. Drucker got pushed a bit. Not a lot of contact there, but enough to get the whistle. And that's big. Magicians should be able to take it down to the half here. Kelly sends it upfield. Headed by number 6, Colleran, center back for the Chieftains. They're looking for one more late push here. Short pass stolen away by McDonald. Up to Volkov. Halpern not wasting time. To Fontella Tuttle. To Drucker. Tried to put the moves on the defender. The defender able to stand his guard. Take it away, and that brings us to the half. An exciting first 40 minutes, to say the least, between the Magicians and the Chieftains. Marblehead leads it 2-1. Before we go to break, we'd like to remind you that Marblehead TV is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. If you're enjoying this production of MHS Sports on MHTV, please click subscribe on our YouTube page and consider making a donation by visiting our website, marbleheadtv.org, and clicking on the donate button. We'll be back after this with second half action. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. The second half is about to get underway. 2-1 Magicians. They'll get first touch. Teams have switched ends. Magicians will be shooting down parking lot end. Halpern takes a hard hit right away here. The ball will go out of bounds. Jared's back on his feet, though. Masco scored their goal on a free kick 5 minutes in. The Magicians answered in a big way with back-to-back goals by Miles Fontella-Tuttle and David Megan. And Megan just missed back-to-back himself right after that. The Magicians have had a couple more chances sprinkled in. Masco, not as many. A few shots that have gone over the net, a couple that have gone wide, but nothing very dangerous on target. Magicians' defense is playing great. Let's see if they can continue that here in the second half. They're really packing it in now that they have the lead. Fontella-Tuttle, the only player above the 20-yard line. Kelly kicks it his way, but it's played by Masco. The Magicians looking to avenge the loss to the Chieftains that they took early on in the season. It was Masco's opener. It was the second game of the season for the Magicians. Here's Fiedler. He's the goal scorer. He slides through defenders, trying to get around Kelly, and ended up making a great play there to kick it off of him. And it sets up a corner. Third corner of the game for Masco. Long ball. Headed a couple times, then cleared out unintentionally by Masco. Fontella-Tuttle runs it down. He's got Halpern streaking. It bounces back to Miles. He'll find the trailer and Drucker. Good thigh trap by McDonald. Over to Halpern on the sideline. Slides a slow rolling pass towards the middle, intended for Fontella-Tuttle, and kicked out of there by Mrazek, number 4 for Masco. Zampese kicks it out. Mrazek steps up. Gilmore, strong play to take the ball away. Gets it to midfield with Miles. Over to Megan, running the sideline. The defender catches up to him, and Megan spins on him, but loses the ball. Halpern to Megan. Back to Jared. Into the middle. And up over the crossbar. Fletcher had a great chance. That shot had some heat on it, too. Just a little high from Fletcher, the captain looking for his first goal this season. Drucker across to Megan, trying to run it down. He does. Sends it into the center of the box from the paint on the end line. Megan, an impressive game. He started the last setup on the Fletcher shot. And he's finding the right bend on the ball today. Masco back in transition, and Kelly cuts it off. Make sure you stick around at the end of the game. I'll pick a Marblehead Sports Shop player of the game. And can't be Fontella Tuttle because he was our player of the game in our first broadcast versus Swampscott. He had 2 goals in that game. Dave Megan making a pretty good case for himself. It's back with him to Fontella Tuttle. Give and go with Megan along the sideline. He gets knocked down. He didn't have much expression in the first half when he got knocked down hard along the near sideline. Didn't seem too happy with that one. Long throw over the head of Miles. Played into the air. I might be able to catch that one. Probably about as close as it's going to get. Maybe someday. Marblehead ball. Throw goes into Halpern. We have a player offside. We've played 7 minutes here in the second half. Masco unable to keep it in. Good throw-in spot. It'll be Miller. Skims off Halpern's head. Cleared out. Miller will do it again. This time looks Miles' way. Halpern, Fletcher, and Megan plays it back. More space for White to work with. A shoulder to shoulder between Fletcher and Morozic. I think the ref thought about making a call, but it's just going to be a throw-in. White launches a throw into the box. Pass Fontella Tuttle. Masco clears it upfield. Zampese was way out of the box. He will track back a little bit here. But it'll be a Magician's throw-in. Halpern heads it towards the middle of the field. It's Fletcher, wide open. The pass, making Megan run. He's going to spin it back into the box. Fontella Tuttle, right at the goal line, collides with the goalie. Fontella Tuttle is down. He went for the header. And it was punched out by Russo. It was hard contact between the two. The training staff will go out to check on Fontella Tuttle. And that would be a big loss for the Magicians if he has to miss any time at all. It's basically a 50-50 ball just floating off Megan's foot. It was right on the goal line. The ball actually may have had a chance to go in if it hadn't been interfered with by either player. But I think the punch of Russo met with the head of Fontella Tuttle. Miles took the worst of that. Good to see him back on his feet and headed to the sideline under his own power. It really shouldn't have been that tough a situation for Marblehead. They were behind the defense, and Fletcher's pass was way too far out in front of Megan, but Megan made another excellent play on the balls from the end line, keeping it in bounds. And we're going to have a drop here from about 20 yards out. Masco will be trying to jump on Fletcher here right away as soon as the ball hits the turf. Fletcher's going to have to make a quick decision. Taps it back. Good rotation by the Magicians. It's kicked away, but it's right to McDonald. Masco gets their foot on it again. This time they're able to clear it. Hopefully Fontella Tuttle can return to the game. Shepard calling for it, gets it. Leaves it for Drucker. Looked like he had space to shoot. He was trying to find a different lane. This pass to Shepard on the end line. He slides, but he's not going to get there. Yeah, Drucker is going to have to be more aggressive. He's passed on shooting shots a couple times. He's coming off a game in which he was super aggressive. He scored both goals against Danvers. And yellow card out. It's going to go against McDonald. He shoved Fiedler while Fiedler was in the air, right in the back. McDonald being sent off. Eric Badzik will come on to replace him. Badzik has had a good stretch recently with a couple of assists. Well, Masco does nothing with it after the foul. Oh, it slips through. Laughlin's there. But that's not going to get to the sideline. And it's a push against Masco. Charles Olsen can't believe it. Dylan Gilmore was the pushee. Drew the whistle. Could feel the Masco bench got excited for a moment as they thought Olsen was going to have free range. Here's Fiedler. Zampese, the diving stop. Rory not been challenged in that fashion much today. And he makes the play on it. McDonald is able to come back in. He's standing at the table, waiting. Sky-high punt from Russo. Played by Fletcher. Kelly clears it back across midfield, right to his counterpart, number 25 on the other side. Excuse me, that's 26, Josh Green. So just forget everything I just said the last 10 seconds. Olsen looking to get it back. Zampese comes flying out. All his limbs completely outstretched and makes the play. Oh, a diving stop. Rory not really ready for that one, but still able to make the stop. Right by the near post. Had to leap quickly. It's a corner. Cleared out by Gilmore. It's the best minute and a half, 2 minutes Masco's had in a while. And they lose a bit of momentum there as it goes out of bounds. It'll be a Magician's throw-in. Zampese comes out and has a couple words with the defense, or for his defense. Didn't like the quick shot. Not sure that had the angle to go in, even if he didn't stop it. But what an impressive save. Just how quickly he got off his feet after getting back up and retreating back into the goal. Guess that was the big part, because the first save took him way out. Fiedler spins off a Halpern. He and McDonald get tangled up. McDonald down. Fiedler went down. He's back up. McDonald's still on the turf. Play continues. White makes a strong play on the ball. And it's kicked out of bounds. McDonald grabbing at his right ankle. Was just taken out for the yellow card, and now looks like he'll come back out injured. Barely putting pressure on that right ankle. They're already without Fontella Tuttle. And that could be the end of McDonald's day if he's not able to shake that off. That is some offensive firepower off the field for the Magicians. Under 25 minutes to play. Masco's had a good stretch here. They're trying to tie it. And with Zampese in net, they're probably going to have to catch him either off guard, out of position, or really drill the corners like they did on the free kick. Rory's pretty automatic with everything else in front of him. Poor play by Fenton. odd header by Gilmore there as he kind of just let it hit him in the side of the face. Goes out of bounds. Masco has it back. Feet from the net. Zampese makes a dive and stop. Wraps it up. But we have a whistle. Zampese down on a knee. And some palms in the air from the Magicians defenders. And that's not what you want to see. And this is definitely not what you want to see. It's going to be a penalty kick for Masco. And it's going to be Fiedler, of course, to take it. He scored on a free kick 5 minutes into the game. And he can tie it here on a PK. The Magicians with palms in the air, the universal symbol for I don't know what just happened, or are you kidding me? I didn't see the foul. I have to watch it back later. But for now, it is a PK for Fiedler, and he can tie the game. Zampese is going to have to make the save of the season so far to keep this a 2-1 game. And he does it! The rebound! He does it twice! Oh, but it's kicked in! And they end up tying it at 2. Two incredible saves. But Masco still able to find the back of the net on a deflection. He made the save of the season twice. But unfortunately, wasn't able to secure it either time. And there's a timeout taken with 23-25 left in the game, and we are tied at 2. What a game. And Zampese has nothing to hang his head about. His teammate comes to give him some high fives. The Magicians have nothing to hang their head about. They have played a better game than Masco has. They're up 2-0 in live play. Masco has lucked out with calls. I won't say lucked out both times with calls. That one, not sure about. Coach Magana's getting an explanation now. The first one in the first half was a clear push. It was light, but it was a foul. But without these fouls, the Magicians have been the stronger team today. It's unfortunate that they are tied again here. But they need to keep their composure. They can come back out of this timeout with the same sort of fire and energy that they had after Masco scored the first goal of the game. And Marblehead responded with 2 of their own. They should be fine. They cannot be on their heels here out of the timeout. You know Masco's going to be energized. That's exactly what Shep seems to be saying to his team before he gets us started here, saying, come on, come on. A couple encouraging claps, and we're back to live action. New game between the 7-1 Chieftains and the 5-2-1 Magicians. This could be a game that comes down to deciding or playing a part in deciding a conference champion, especially if Marblehead can win it. Not exactly sure who scored the goal for Masco because there were a bunch of bodies there. It actually could have even bounced in off of one of the Magicians. To me, it looked like the closest player to it was Luke Miller. But again, bunch of bodies there. Everybody was rushing after The PK was saved initially because it's live. So they always hound the ball right away. It was Fiedler that got both chances, and here he is again. Another free kick, a good spot. Puts it on target. Short hop into the arms of Zampiz. And he rolls it out. Fiedler was lurking. Halpern flips it towards midfield. It bounces up and hits the hand of the Masco player. As center back Colleran. TJ Kelly from right at midfield. Has the distance. Russo drops it and has to dive back on top of it. Well, that was the break the Magicians needed right there. If Kelly had just a little bit more strength on it too, he might have buried that. Might have put it over the head of Russo. Close. Another whistle against Masco. Miller. Excuse me, that's Colin White. Bounced out towards the sideline. Fletcher in there for the Magicians. Got a deflection. Forces a throw in. That was a blast into the stands. Colleran leaving no question on that one. Couple of throw-ins here for Colin White. Drucker lets it go through to Shepard. Masco with possession in transition. Cut off by Laughlin. Short tap pass. Halpern to Fletcher. Up to Megan. Gets it to Shepard. Centering ball. Played by the Masco defense. Popped up. It's going to stay in play. Cleared back to midfield. Kelly gets it back on the Magicians' attacking side. There's Drucker. Back with Masco. And Fiedler. Pass to Olsen. Olsen. Defended by Miller. Drucker makes the play. Steals it away. Up to Shepard. He gets shouldered off the ball. Bryson to the other Olsen. His pass off of the toe of Fiedler. Back to the Magicians. Drucker with his eyes up. Makes a move. Puts it through to Shep. Shep and the goalie one-on-one. Shep gets tripped up. And the goalie wraps it up. Not sure Shepard was going to be onside, but he was. Great pass from Drucker. Nice vision. Just a touch out in front of Shepard. Unable to get the shot off. And Russo, an aggressive play out of the net to tap it away from Shep and then fall on it. And we have another injured Masco player. It's Gabe Fanton. He walks himself to the bench. Gives a thumbs up to the training staff. Shep about a step from breaking the tie. But we're still notched at 2 with 17:58 left. It's got to be a good one here from Russo. He's had some poor kicks. This one's high, not very far. It's a good header from Masco. It got past their attackers. Zampese comes out to play. He slipped. He and White, not sure they were on the same page there, so maybe some late communication. Zampese hustles back in the net. Masco on the attack. They flip it towards him, and it's wide. It's a goal kick. Zampese takes it quickly. Sees an opening upfield with Drucker. He kicks that up off the face of Lodwick. And then the referee says Drucker grabbed Lodwick from behind. So it'll be a free kick for Masco. This is Colleran. Not a very good kick. Low and spinning away from the goal. It gets back to him. He toes that one through. It'll break the sideline. It's going to be a throw-in about as deep as you can get for the Magicians. The Magicians played their first 7 games of the season without a tie. They tied Danvers 2-2 in their last game. Tied up here again 2-2 with Masco. Masco led 1-0. The Magicians took a 2-1 lead. Masco has tied it up here in the second half. There's a push by Cantor. Hands in the back of Miller. Zampese comes out to take the kick. Gives it a good ride. Looking Shep's direction. It's over his head. Played by Green behind him. Olsen waited too long for it along the sideline, and he's called out of bounds. He doesn't like the call. The Magicians get it in quickly. That's a handball. That's off of Bryson. Good to see McDonald back at the table looking to check in. He's got his ankle taped up. But still no sign of Fontella Tuttle. This is Kelly. That's a good ball. It's over the head of Halpern. He was making a run at it. He was well defended. Kyle Hart out injured too. See him in a walking boot on his left foot on the sideline. He's a big loss too. Hopefully that injury is not too bad. He's got hockey season in the winter. Hate when the injuries cost these kids a long time, especially more than one season. And for Hart, it's his senior year. Just played back to midfield for Masco. There are 17 seniors on this roster for the Magicians. So if you're coming to senior day, get here early. Halpern looks up, the pass a little off the mark of Megan, but Drucker finds it, and a clean tackle. Lodwick made the play for Masco. Ball trails to the corner. Megan's there, sends it middle. And Morozic, number 4, the center back for Masco, right in the middle where he's supposed to be to make the play, and he does. Chieftains looking for some transition play. And it's cut off by Kelly. Megan unable to get back to it. Long ball. Karate kick from Kelly. Excellent play. Halpern to Shep. Shep had his mind made up. He was going to Drucker along the sideline. Tough pass to handle. And McDonald and Miller can't make the short pass happen here on the sideline. They turn it back over to Masco. Kelly's had a strong game on the back line. The whole defense has for the Magicians, as they've kept Masco off the board in live play. Both goals coming off kicks, a free and a PK. Well, the PK bounced around, but consider that, in a way, not really live action. And I still think it bounced in off of a Magician. Sent Halpern's way in the middle. And it looked like he got away with a handball initially. He might have gave himself up because he paused for a moment because he knew he was guilty. Seems like almost every ball that the Magicians have played from the corner into the middle of the box has been well placed today. Halpern wanted Drucker to run up the sideline. Ten minutes left in the game. It's been a heck of a battle. Should be an exciting finish. Not sure that was the right decision by Zampiz. Miller's going to help him get away with it as he at least gets it to midfield, but it's sent back quickly. Laughlin, a calm header to Zampiz. No panic there from Laughlin. Miller with more space. McDonald ahead to Shepard. Russo's going to get there first. Another high, short kick. Won't break midfield, except on a bounce. Both McDonald and Lodwick kind of kicking at the ball as it was bouncing. McDonald gets whistled. The clock will stop on the scoreboard with 5 minutes left. We'll try to keep track the best we can. And I thought I heard a whistle. Yes, there was one. It was faint, but Masco was offside on the kick. That bounces to Fiedler. Uh-oh. Fiedler looking for a shot. Laughlin crushes him. And that is just outside the goal box. That was at about the 18.5-yard line. They'll put him at 20 yards out from the goal, which is the 15 on the football field. Laughlin committed the first foul of the game that allowed Fiedler to score and make it 1-0. He just committed another one. Will this one cost the team as well? Fiedler. Oh, what a grab! Zampese with glue on his gloves. An MVP save from Zampese keeps this game tied at 2. Laughlin owes him a big-time Christmas gift this year. What a save. A rocket from Fiedler, too. Zampese makes the catch. That one of the easiest of the day for him. Off the foot of Lodwick. He has made some incredibly difficult saves today. He tracks that one down and falls on it right in front of Charles Olson. 6.5 minutes left to play. That is a long kick. Shepard leaps, just trying to distract for the most part. With a big smile on his face. You know, he kind of looked silly in that moment. But I like the idea. That's over Shep's head. Looked like Fletcher got dragged down. Zampese way out. Line drive kick past midfield, but stopped by Masco. They get it back to Fiedler, and Laughlin steps in, challenges him, wins it, clears it out, forces a throw in. Long throw. Headed by Kelly, it bounces free. The shot is blocked. Another play by Laughlin. He is challenging every pass, every kick. He's also almost made some costly plays today with the aggressiveness. Zampese calls for it, makes the grab, and you got mossed over the head of the attacker who is down, and that's Olson who's limping back to the sideline and back upfield. Play continues. Way up ahead with McDonald. He forces Masco to kick it out of bounds. A good spot for a throw in here for the Magicians. The Magicians have called, or at least asked for a timeout. And Olson, who collided with Zampese, as Zampese came out to make that last catch, is down on a knee. The training staff's taking a look at him. You got blindsided from behind. He probably heard Rory yell keep, or a keeper, but can't see him coming. He had his back to him. He'll head off. And they bring on Jack Savitsky, number 22, to replace him. We're ready to get back to the game. 5 minutes on the clock. It's been rolling during that discussion. So I'm late on the stopwatch. They'll probably allow a little bit of extra time with that stoppage there. Well, it looked like Kelly got grabbed. Cantor with Green in front. Laughlin comes in. The hip check sends Cantor tumbling to the turf. Masco cannot believe that was not a foul, as Laughlin lined him up the whole way. Each team maybe got away with one there. The hold at midfield to open up the field on that break. And then, Laughlin, inspired by Friday night's football game maybe, made his best play as a free safety back there. Megan, past one player. That might be too far out in front of him. This time it is. Unable to bend it back onto the field of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Maybe 3.5 minutes left. And he's better off the ground than he is when he punts it. Nice little flip pass by Halpern, back to Miller. Miller up to Volkov. Masco able to win the ball back. Fiedler looking for the one-time pass, out of reach. Tied at 2. See if either side has a game winner in them. Just a couple minutes left. Here's McDonald, flips it ahead to Halpern. Halpern off the laces and wide, short side. Would have loved to see Jared settle that and get it back to his right foot. Laughlin sticks his foot out there, makes a play on the ball, final minutes. Good tackle by Kelly. To Miller. Oh, nice deception by Miller. Last touched by Cantor and Masco. Miller throws in a low ball. It's played by the Chieftains. The Magicians desperately want time to expire, I think, and get out of here with a tie, especially right now with Masco on the run. Just outside the box, Laughlin kicks it away. This will get to Zampies. He'll play it. The Magicians are also going to feel robbed because they were the better team today. This might be the final stretch right here. Off of McDonald. He's got a chance. London has it kicked away. It'll be a corner kick. They've got to get it out there quickly. Oh, what a chance for McDonald. Thought he was going to get a shot off. Drucker to take a corner here in the final seconds. Magicians bench. They all have their arms around each other, looking for the soccer equivalent of a buzzer beater. Drucker puts it in the air. Drops to the turf, and it's cleared out by Masco. Kept in bounds. Now it goes out over the fence. White whips it in. Halpern back to White. Good ball, center box. Oh, Drucker tried to play it in the air. He got pushed down on the attempt. The Magicians wanted a penalty. That looked like a handball. They keep playing. Halpern with a heel pass to Drucker. Drucker shakes the defender. Puts it back on his right foot, flips it in the middle, headed by Megan. It drops. It's kicked out. White's racing it down. And that whistle brings us to the end of the game. And it ends in a 2-2 tie. The second consecutive 2-2 tie for the Magicians. Their record goes to 5-2-2. It's the first tie of the season for Masco, and they should be the ones that are happy to get out of here with a tie. They are now 7-1-1. What a game this afternoon from Piper Field between two NEC powerhouses. Stick around in just a moment. We will be back with the Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game. Welcome back to MHS Sports on MHTV. Today's Marblehead Sports Shop Player of the Game is David Megan. The sophomore had a goal and an assist today in this 2-2 tie versus Masco. He played excellent from the opening whistle to the final one. He had some great setups that Magicians just couldn't finish too, but he was the man out there today for the Magicians offensively. So congratulations, David, from the Marblehead Sports Shop and MHTV. We'd like to thank the Marblehead Sports Shop for being our community partner in bringing you the Player of the Game award. And we'd like to thank National Grand Bank as well for being our community partner in bringing you MHS Sports on MHTV. Once again, the final score this afternoon, the Magicians 2, Masco 2. For all of us here at MHTV Sports, I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching.